not a target. You know, nobody would make fun of your clothes. And you could be fully covered every day. It's not like, oh, I'm suggesting that they let her wear midriff tops because that they didn't exist before. They were new in the 70s. They used to call them belly shirts. And you were actually not allowed to wear them to school. We did anyway. And yeah, I mean, why would you do that to your own child? Normal and fit in. Why would you deliberately make your child a target? Make your child stick out? To me, that makes no sense. Like, you had to know what you were doing. You had to know people would notice.
Yeah, but
And then to top it all off, you embarrass the shit out of all your kids walking around the streets at night with a fucking hooker. And you think people didn't notice she makes her daughter dress like that and she dresses like that? What the fuck is wrong with this woman? And the husband ran, it was called NIRE, National Institute for Rehabilitative something. Because my mother was his secretary for a while. And he helped people get prosthetics. Like, the husband was a good man. And he did a meaningful job. And he was very, very smart man. He had like patents on certain things. Like, the kids and the father, they were all very, very, very smart, very well educated. Because I remember that about them, that they were like brilliant people. But there's no reason you can't be brilliant. I mean, I had another friend whose father went to high school. My friend Bart Cohen, his father, Bart Sr., went to school with my parents. So, like, that was one thing about this town. Your parents didn't really have to, like, worry about who you were hanging out with because all you do was tell who you were going out with. Because, your parents wanted to know. Oh, so and so's and so and so's son? Yeah, sure, go ahead, have a good time. Because they all knew each other. They all went to high school together. That's how small this town was. It was really, like, pathetic. But yeah, my mom and dad went to high school with Mr. Cohen. And Bart was so fucking smart. He was like his father. He was fucking brilliant. Never had to open a book, got straight A's on everything, and got stoned off his ass every fucking day. They do, when you do your senior last will and testament, Bart Cohen leaves with a haze or something. Something to the effect that, because he always smelled like pot. He was always stoned. He always had a joint. If you were out, all you had to do was find Bart in the morning and he'd toke one up with you. And then Bart became a doctor just like his dad and took over his father's practice. Geez, I wonder what the grandfather did. I wonder if he was a doctor too. I don't think you, in a way, I mean, you would have made a great hippie. You really would.
can't see it.
I can.
I'm on some weeds.
What?
My body don't do good with drugs.
You didn't have to do drugs.
Hey, you do.
It's the attitude.
Hey, you do. You can't
No,
be a sober hippie. That's so fucking.
sure you can.
That's,
Yes, you can. You
that
can most
makes sense.
certainly be a
Never heard of
sober
a
hippie.
sober hippie in my life.
You would have done fine because you have this nice, chill attitude. You would have been considered cool, one of the cool people. And this town was so fucked up. We did everything the opposite of everybody else. So if everybody else was discriminating against black people, you would have been celebrated. You would have been the only black guy in town. Everybody would have wanted to be your friend
I was
just
the
because
only
your skin
when
was
when
black.
I first moved over here. I was the only black person over here, and they looked at me like I was a fucking museum exhibit, and it was like 50-50. Like I was like, cause from, I came from an all black school. Really, it was mixed, but it was majority black. But like it was just weird. Like people were looking at me like I was a new creature or some shit. They were
You
like
would have
interested
been
in
a
me.
fucking celebrity in my day. You would have been like, wow, we got a black person in school. Holy shit.
Yeah, but what happens is they expect you to act a certain way, like they project how they think you're supposed to act, and then that's the
Well,
part
my
that's like,
generation was a little bit different because we didn't know what to expect. So whatever you did would have been what we expected. And that would have probably gotten us in trouble because we would have expected every black person we met after you to be you.
yeah, nah, I was a disappointment to these kids
Because don't forget, there was no rap, there was no hip hop, there were no gangsters in my day. That didn't exist yet. That was not a thing.
yeah, because there was like about three or four black kids over here, and but the school I went to, there was no black kids, but they were all like, they were trying to live up to the stereotype, and I'm just in my head, I was just laughing. I'm like, you're fucking stupid. Actually, it was like five, including me. And this one kid, he was like half black and half Spanish. His dumb ass brought a gun to the school.
What?
This was in like fucking fifth grade.
Oh, he's just a
He
baby.
brought a gun to the school, and
Where
then
did he get
somebody
it?
told on him. I don't know. Somebody told on him, and then there was another white kid, but he wanted to be black or whatever, and he brought a fake gun. He brought like a BB gun or some shit, but I guess it looked real. So both of them got in trouble and shit. But as far as I remember, nothing happened. Like nobody got shot or nothing like that. But it's just this like it's just like it's a very real thing when you're surrounded by a group of people and they expect you to like they're projecting on you and shit and expecting you to be a certain way.
Oh, I don't doubt it's uncomfortable. I mean, I had a friend who passed away, and I went to his funeral. I was the only white person there, and I had never been in that situation before. And his cousin, her name is Valerie. When I was saying I wanted to go to Salam's funeral because, he was my friend and I liked him. And I had a lot of long talks with him about a lot of different things. And I just really liked him and I wanted to pay my respects. And she said, "You sure you want to go?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Well, okay, I'll take you." And I said, "Okay." And she took me. And yeah, it was very strange. I didn't expect that. Honestly, I didn't expect to be the only white person in the room. I knew he had other white friends. I guess they were all too afraid, or I knew a couple of people that said, "You went to Salam's funeral? Are you crazy?" I said, "Yeah, I wanted to pay my respects. Why? He's black." I said, "So what? What's that got to do with it? He was still my friend." "You don't do that." I said, "Why not? Would you have gone if he was white? Because if you're going to tell me yes, then the problem's with you." Everybody thought I was crazy. And see, Jim didn't think nothing of it. He was like, "Hey, want to go? Go." And he had to work. I couldn't go with me. that's what makes you feel right, then that's what you do.